Hey everybody, Jonathan here from Lehigh Valley Music and Sound, and with me today is guitarist Dane and drummer Matt from the band When Hell Ascends Tonight. Thank you guys for being on the show. This is a band based in Hellertown, PA, and they have an interesting story to tell about their background.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
How's it going? So yeah,
It's going well. I'm excited to have this band here because Matt reached out to me probably about a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, I have this metal band, and here's a link to my music, and here's a link to a music video." And and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Like, I'm always blown away by local talent because I never set the bar too high. I realize a lot of people are just starting out. So when I came across the tracks on Spotify, and then I checked out the music video, I was like, oh my gosh! I thought I'd ask you. I don't know how you're not famous already.
No, I appreciate that.
It was totally amazing. So Matt, I'll let you speak first. I know you had something to say real quick.
As far as what do we cover?
You put him on the spot.
My bad.
No, it's all right. I mean,
Cut.
I don't know.
Again,
Where do you want me to go? Do you want me to go like our release? Like,
Oh yeah, that's right. You do have a new album coming out very soon.
no, it's actually already out.
It's already out.
So we actually we just released our Resurrection album. It's our first full length to follow up with our EP. And it's 10 tracks plus an intro track in there as well that leads into one of the songs. We actually took the time with the whole quarantine and everything. COVID shut down basically. We took our time kind of looking at it like, okay, this is our opportunity to get the album put together. Like, we already pretty much had it written at that point. I think we only had to like hammer out one more song at that rate. And then we self-produced. Our bassist Jesse,
amazing audio engineer,
killing it. He's been taking a lot of courses and stuff like that, and basically just burying his nose in the grind on recording and engineering everything. And we recorded it at my place in Hellertown.
Oh my gosh! So hit the pause button there, because when I listen to your music, like, that sounds like it came from a professional studio.
That's why we owe a big thanks to Jesse, our bass player, because he really just went above and beyond for recording all of this.
Your bass player is responsible for all the recording sessions.
Yeah, I know. Thank your bass players, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
I know this is the running joke, but
so he has so he learned how to do all this through taking courses.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He never went to college for this, or
No.
As far as we know, he's the man of mystery. But
my goodness, like that's amazing. Like, you guys, you're gonna see included at the end of this this interview. I got their permission to share their music video, so I want you to watch this, because the audio between the video itself, which is freaking awesome, like it's of Hollywood status, and then the audio, like, you would not believe that this basically was produced by an amateur, and
in a basement,
in an amateur setting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that I say that he's an amateur only for the fact that he's a man that did not go to school for this. He's self-taught through courses. So I mean, I'm just blown away by this. Like, you guys are top notch.
Thank you. And
Do a lot of work.
Much credit to Jesse for handling that. And it was a lot of hours. We don't know exactly how many hours he put into it, but we know
A lot.
We know it was taxing and exhausting at times.
I know for a fact, coming from a video production background, and my wife can attest to this. She can vouch for this. I spend hours on end. Let's put it this way: the stuff I can get done now, in like 10 minutes to an hour, took me literally days when I first started. Just because, you start out with this and you get into the editor. You have no idea what you're doing, and so you're tweaking through things, messing around with things, researching. How do I, on YouTube? Love YouTube. You can learn.
But like 40-minute to an hour video later.
Exactly.
You might leave with more questions than answers.
And it's trying to find out, because sometimes it's like you have a specific problem. So you're like, how do I get this done and do this? And so you're sifting through videos, and you watch a video and you're like, no, that's not what I need to do. So, and then finally you get to the solution, and then this could be days.
Yeah.
It could be days by the time you actually get it done.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like I would
for
not
sure.
have the patience for it.
And that's why they say never charge based on how long something takes. You charge based on the skill level because, and it's something I always reminded myself because, I think to myself, oh, that's an easy job. I can get that done in 10 minutes. But how long did that take for me to do when I first started? Hours?
Exactly.
Days?
Yeah.
I think that's what pushed us to actually doing it ourselves once we realized we had the ability to do so because we went to other places, but it ended up turning. It was almost like a crunch scene. Like, okay, they're charging us by the hour, so you're almost rushing. And when you rush, good enough becomes, oh, that's great. But then you listen to it later, and it's just good enough. And it wasn't like if you felt like you were rushed to do it because, like, hey, you may only have X amount of money and only X amount of time to actually pay this person to record and then do the work after for the mixing and mastering and get back to you. And just like, oh, wait a minute, I was rushing the whole thing just to get something out. I didn't really take my time to really just chunk it out and take it piece by piece.
Yeah, when we recorded the EP, it was a 3-song EP last year. We went down to Downingtown in the Damage Room, and that guy was great. Awesome guy, super patient with us. And when we sat down, like we weren't really as prepared as we should have been.
No, he gave us a tongue lashing for that one.
Yeah,
So we did leave there with a few lessons to learn.
Yeah,
But
we definitely learned from the experience. And the thing is nobody's going to prepare you 100% for it. It's just not going to happen because there's always something that's going to come up that you were not prepared for. And you then have to adjust on the fly at being as you can adjust on the fly.
Right.
But that helped us prepare for then this instance where we did it on our own. Because that right there, when we got done recording, Jesse more or less was like, hey, let's do this on our own next time. When we do the full album, that way we're not crunched on time. We don't have to rush it. And it, like I said, everything kind of fell in line with the whole COVID lockdown, and we had a bunch of shows lined up playing with national acts that, the shows got canceled. So it was like, okay, we don't have to rehearse now for these shows. So let's do the album. And that's how it came about.
we have all the time in the world now.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are you fall into the crowd of people that decided to utilize this extra time rather than just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
I started I was working on a lot of projects with the free time I had. I was loving it.
Yeah.
While people were going batty, saying, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there, I was like, I've been busy the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's nice, right? Because then you get to really take I guess inventory of what's going around we'll say your immediate circle. You know what I mean? Your immediate life circle between friends and activities to responsibilities. So you kind of have been able to take inventory on that and maybe put some energy towards things that might have been neglected.
Yep.
You never know. It's finding a silver lining in all of this.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, this was definitely, and of course, businesses like Udemy were jumping all over this, like, basically saying, like, hey, this is the time, if you want to learn a new skill.
Oh, yeah.
And it was. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of people were starting hobbies. I remember hearing that guitar sales were up, because people were starting to play guitar. They had all this free time. Let's learn how to do something.
Oh, yeah.
That they always wanted to do, and they never had the free time to do it, and now they had all the free time in the world.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing was up was ATVs and like 4x4s you see people do off-roading with. Those sales went to the roof. My father was going to purchase one this year because we're an avid hunting family. My grandfather's been getting older, just had a knee surgery. He can't walk the distances to one tree stand on the other. My mother was worried or something. She'd be like, feel better if we could drive him there. And they went out to go look around, and it turns out people are buying these up like crazy because off-roading. Well, that's, you're staying more than 6 feet apart doing that, aren't you? So a lot of things are
Yeah.
skyrocketing in sales.
It was just a matter of taking what you were dealt with and making the best out of it, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk a little bit about your history, because we talked a little bit before the show. So you guys been together for about 3 years.
yeah, give or take.
Roughly, yeah.
When Hell Ascends Tonight.
Yeah.
And you had a bit of an interesting past, because from what we talked about, you said you crossed paths with Skin Sect, or members of the Skin Sect band.
Yeah. Yeah, so
is that something you like to talk about, or do you try to keep that
no, I have
secret?
I have no problem with that. No, there's no secret there. No, actually, Eric and Carl, we were in a band together probably 15 years ago. It was called Fatal Corruption from the Allentown area.
Cool name.
It wasn't bad. I mean, that I don't know, that maybe has a more punk sounding name than what did.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit.
Okay, yeah, Fatal Corruption. I could say that was it a punk band or
no, it was
metal?
more metal.
Okay.
But the thing is it lasted a few years. We had some great times, and things obviously didn't continue, and we went all our separate ways. And actually, when Hell Sense Tonight started up 3 years ago or so, give or take a couple months, I actually reached out to all those guys that I was in the band with way back. That was 12 years ago at this time. All the original members. So it was original members plus replacement members. And it was like, oh, let's see if we could do something again. Let's change the name. Let's strip everything down. Let's start fresh. And let's put something together. And I know they were already doing Skin Sect at that point. I think Eric just joined with, because I know Carl was there for a while. And we all came together. And shortly after that, you could tell some people just weren't as into it as others. And they just weren't ready to commit back to that. And that's okay. And over time, it ended up being like, I don't want to say a revolving door of members, but when it comes down to brass tacks, some people had a little bit more seriousness about it than others. And the people who weren't as serious kind of faded away and had to be replaced if we wanted to continue this. So I'm actually the only surviving member of that original
group. Sam came in later, didn't he?
Yeah, Sam actually replaced Steve. He ended up moving out of state. And then when Ryan left, Dane came in and replaced him. Then it was Eric, Dan. Then Dan left out of state, vocalist, and then was replaced by Nick. Nick got thrown into the fire
a week before an international show.
So we had a show lined up.
No, a national show, wasn't it? Oh,
yeah, national. Well, they're an international band, but
international band, national shows,
yeah.
Semantics.
So we had a show lined up to play at One Center Square in Easton.
Oh, nice.
We were playing Whitechapel, and I want to say
I forget who. No, Slaughter was definitely on that. Wasn't Slaughter Bill?
Yep, Slaughter to Prevail. I think Chelsea Grin was on that one too.
Somebody else.
Deep lineup.
Yeah.
So Dan was like, "Hey, I'm moving to Montana." This is like 2-3 weeks before the show, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess we got to find your replacement." I just so happened to message a guy that I just sold tickets to a week prior. I said, "Hey man, if you know anybody in the area that's looking to be a vocalist in a band, let me know." And Nick was like, "Oh yeah, I do." I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Me." And I'm like, "Seriously?" Because like when I met the guy, I was like, I thought nothing of it, and kind of clean cut and just didn't see it. And I was like, "Well, we'll bring you in for a tryout." So we played him some of our songs. And
just instrumental, no vocal, nothing.
Just instrumental, so he could hear what he was getting himself into.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Well, how do you want to try out?" And he goes, "Well, if you got a radio that can get turned up loud, crank it and throw on
Reign of Darkness by Thy Art.
Reign of Darkness by Thy Art is Murder." He goes, "I'll scream in the mic over that." Within 20 seconds, we all kind of looked at each other. We're like,
"Perfect, good. You'll do. Yeah, this will work." Like, we were worried. We were really worried.
It wasn't even like that'll be all right. No, it was like, yes. Like, when can you come and get in on this? And so he had to learn everything in a couple weeks.
Yeah, because we were crunched on time, and it was like, can we find somebody? Can they perform? And then he blew us away, and it was just, wow, okay, let's crunch time. Let's get it going, because we thought we were singing. That was a big opportunity, and we thought, okay, this is sunk now. What are we gonna do? How can we spin this?
Yeah. So the show ended up selling out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a packed house, and that of course gave us the nerves even more. And I think Jesse just came into the band a month prior to that too.
Yes.
So we had Jesse just became the new bass player a month prior to that. Nick was 2 weeks before the show.
Yeah,
so
fresh
they were
vocalist
both
in.
still learning everything. And, they killed it. So everything worked out great.
It was a great show.
It was a great momentum booster for us. And it was then it was like, okay, we're going to start writing new stuff now and head in a different direction kind of. And we took some of our older songs and we tweaked them because the older songs were written by other people, and that's not to take away from those other guys. That's just the direction we wanted to head in with the band at that point. We wanted to kind of morph the songs.
I wanted, I'm glad you brought up about your music and the songs, because I see that from listening to the lyrics, the lyrics are very mature, and it's because from back in the day when I got into metal and death metal and all that, a lot of it was like, because I'm coming from like the Dying Fetus type scene and Slayer and all that, but listening to your music, watching the music video, because the music video World at War, which will be included in this video, it's very you deliver a message and a very important message. So which is really cool, because there's not, from what I've witnessed, there's not a lot of that in metal. A lot of times it's just like like dark and like,
how brutal can you be?
I think nowadays it is more, there are more prominent messages now in metal music. I mean, at least from the things that I hear in the bands that I listen to, there's definitely more serious tone coming through in the songs. I mean, like Chelsea Grin just came out with that new single, like I think it was 2 months ago. That was it was deep. Like it was a real deep track. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was a thought-provoking song. It wasn't, kill your mother, rape your dog, dying fetus,
You are my bride in death kind of shit.
Yeah. But I think it definitely you have people that are more aware of things around them now than you did, say, 15 or even 10 years ago, for that matter.
I say even 5, because now it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Everything happened in the last 6 months.
Yeah. I mean,
and let's face it, when we were growing up, because we're around the same age, I mean, we liked hearing music about killing people because it was fun.
Yeah.
And especially that age bracket. You're in your teens, you're pissed off at the world, and yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, but the one thing, when I first started getting into heavier music, I guess, like, I had the stuff, like, I would go down to the well, of Dying Fetus and stuff like that, because I loved hearing some of that shit. It was ridiculous and over the top, and that's what you enjoyed about it.
Right.
You weren't looking for a message there.
No.
They were just kind of raw and angry.
If there was like something that I wanted to get pumped up, say for a workout or just get motivated, for me it was Hatebreed. Like, Hatebreed got me going. They have very driven lyrics. Their songs were, 2.5 minutes at that time on the Perseverance album. I think there was like 20 songs on that album. And
you're really showing your age here, bud.
I loved every one of them.
Listen, with me, like, back when I worked out when I was younger, it was Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah.
Or Limp Bizkit, but more Rage, because Rage was heavier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the Limp Bizkit, some of the Limp Bizkit lyrics, though, would get you really pissed off.
Oh, yeah. Well, break stuff. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee.
That's funny.
I grew up in my older brother's playlist. There was a lot of Limp Bizkit.
new metal, that was, it had its time. I think there's like a little bit of a resurgence going on with it right now. It's not the new metal you've come to know and love from that 2003 era.
The problem is when it first came out, it was cool because it was fresh and it was something new. Mm-hmm. But then, just like everything, it gets played out, because then you have all the copycats, and now all of a sudden you have a market flooded with bands that sound just like that. Mm-hmm. And it's not new, it's not fresh anymore. So
yeah. It's kind of just, you gotta go for clickbait.
So like you said, with the resurgence, we all kind of got a break from it. And now, so if another band comes out with that sound again, or a new sound, or a tweak on it, it's refreshing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, because you have to look at, it's the next wave of kids, right?
Yeah.
So when we were kids, that was the thing. It was But then all the older people at that time, the 30s and 40-year-olds, when we were teenagers and early 20-year-olds, the gatekeepers of the metal community hated it. That is what it is. I'm not saying I denounce it then or now, but like when you're hitting your late 30s into 40s, they kind of consider you the gatekeeper / boomer of the metal, thing, and you have the younger generation who, I think that's what it is. This is just, it's a cycle, man. Like, and it's just this next batch of kids, they were just being born when we were listening to it, and they had no idea. Now, almost 20 years later, now they have it. It's fresh to them, but to us, it's like, oh, this is just a rehash of 20 years ago.
Right.
It's not a phase, Mom. I swear.
That's the same as disco.
Yeah.
They say disco is dead. Disco's not dead. I hear it on B104 all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because people still to this day say disco is dead. But listen to some of the new Justin Timberlake or the new I can't think of his name. The one that sung "Perfect Just the Way You Are."
Yeah, I don't know. You're talking.
He's
barking up the wrong tree on that one.
I mean, I like more funk, like Brian Culbertson.
But he's an R&B singer, but some of his new tracks are very disco, and they're probably playing it off as dance music, club music. Another one I heard going back a couple of years ago was by Cake by the Ocean, another disco song on B104. So disco is coming back, but nobody wants to call it disco because because they think of platform shoes and disco balls
and afros and spandex.
But that's what it is. It's disco.
I think it's just dance, just music you can dance to. I feel like that's kind of
it's very
it's
very cyclical. Like it runs in cycles. Everything runs in cycles.
Well, because the funny thing is, and the reason why things run in cycles is because people think that they're doing something new, but there's only so many new things you can do until you kind of go full circle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There's only so many ways you can play a tune.
Yeah.
Until it's noisecore, just white noise.
Clowncore. You ever hear that?
No, I know clowncore, but noisecore, I think is even less because it's just. Yeah. One guy standing over a little device of some sort.
Little MIDI device, yeah.
And it's just white noise in a certain frequency. You can kind of hear it, kind of not. It's very abstract. It's art.
Top seller.
Not to shit on that, but I'm guessing people do like it, or else it wouldn't be a thing. It's like anything else.
Yeah. So once this whole pandemic shut down, all these restrictions go away. Where do you guys see yourself going? What do you have planned?
Playing live again?
Yeah,
well, of course, right?
Well,
definitely.
I mean,
we did play like a month ago. It was an outdoor venue. It was at a pavilion. It was actually a really good turnout. It was out in Pottstown. Josh from Evil Enterprises he ran the first Evolution show, and it was a great lineup. All the guys were pretty cool.
Fun time.
Yeah, didn't have a single issue. Nobody had an ego. Just everybody was just there for the music. They were just wanting to get out. Everybody's chomping at the bit. People want something to do.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do until there becomes a cabin fever type situation where you're like, I just need to get out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some bars are opening, right, for live shows again?
Well, the thing is, but that's if they have an outdoor stage.
Oh,
so,
that's the
It's one thing to have the bar open, but now are you having live music?
Oh, yeah.
And the bigger crowd.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but the funny thing is, I constantly see these memes that everybody's like, oh, I just want to go to a show. I just want to go to a show. Well, guess what? We better see you at a fucking show when this is done.
I've done that a couple times, even with our last show. Because I had a friend of mine post on Facebook. He goes, "Oh, I'm dying to go to a show. I missed this so much." I'm like, "Well," and I shared a link in a comment to the show that weekend. No like, no response, no nothing.
I know. I definitely want all these restrictions to go away because I plan on doing a lot of big things with Lehigh Valley Music and Sound. I plan on doing coverage at the next Music Fest and reaching out to bands that are going to be playing there and trying to squeeze in, quick interviews between sets, all that kind of stuff. and also going to live shows and venues to just get more of like a live feel. I'm trying to do all kinds of things with this platform, not just studio interviews. I want to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Go on location and see you guys all like slopping with sweat because you just got done playing your asses off on stage, and I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, I won't fucking talk to you.
About
Because
he'll be half dead, half soaked, like soaked to the bone in sweat.
Oh yeah, I get
Like our music
covered.
video. He was.
No.
He decided to wear this windbreaker while we were filming the one part of it.
Yep.
Which made no sense because it was early. We got lucky on the day. It was still. This is mid-August, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still very, very hot. We got lucky in the morning. We showed up there. It was kind of cool. It was in the 70s, but we're in a metal garage. And the first things these guys say, it's gonna get hot in here. It's gonna get hot. And I'm like, okay, well, this guy, he's like, I want to put on the windbreaker, and just, you just see it in his face as we're recording. But as soon as he's done, he just like puts his arms down.
Wait, are you saying that whole thing was green screened?
No, not the whole thing was green screen. Part sections. It was like a two place shoot. We did the one in the morning and the outdoor in the afternoon.
Okay, so you were outside.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Oh, holy crap! That they green screened that. Damn.
No. So early in the morning, I think we met at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they had
pretty mild.
Yeah, their studio, basically brand new manufactured like tin garage type of thing. Very nice, very big, open, lots of space. But then when you start jamming the cameras and the lights and all that kind of stuff, it becomes very tight.
It's hot.
I know
And
exactly
it gets
what you mean.
So what they did was they ended up putting black curtains around, and then obviously editing in the video to make it look like there was nothing really there. It was just a void behind us.
Well, didn't we just had that conversation, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's amazing when it comes to studios. What you see on the video, on TV, internet, whatever, is not what reality is. You could have literally like a refrigerator, right next to you.
Yeah.
And no one would know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Ryan and Chaz at Sound Division Studios for doing our video. You guys killed it.
Yep, you guys were awesome. It was a very fun time. They're very fun to work with.
Very easy guys to work with.
Yeah.
They did amazing work.
They also do wedding shoots, like video and photo shoots too. So this was actually their first full music video they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And actually Ryan,
they killed it.
one of the guys who shot it, actually was one of the original guitarists. So that was kind of
Really?
So we have like that connectivity too.
Because it's funny you bring that up because I've been looking to partner with a video production company that does music videos because I just don't have the time and the energy to put forth everything that's needed in order to produce music videos along with what I'm doing. But I want that to be a part of what we offer here.
Yeah.
So if Sound Vision is watching, definitely interested in partnering with somebody. It's because when talking about music videos, what I do as far as music videos with my own efforts is if you were to perform live, I would shoot that and I could make like a live video out of it and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to live videos, music videos like the ones you guys had produced, where there's a story being told and there's all different angles. I know how long that takes and how much time is invested, and it's like that has to be like your full-time job. You can't do other things. And I spoke with somebody, a promoter, not that long ago, and I told him, I said, look, I'm humble enough to admit that I can't do everything. When I was younger, I tried to do everything by myself, and as I get older, I realize you can. The more you spread yourself out, the less productive you're going to be. And the more mediocre results you're going to yield, and it's just the way it is. You can't focus on everything.
Well, it's like they say, "Jack of all trades, master of none," right?
Exactly.
That's what the saying is.
Yeah.
And like
something suffers.
Yes.
If you try to do everything. So that's amazing though that your bassist is doing this for you guys. And I really hope that once we push this interview out there, I hope everyone's listening and watching because man, I'll tell you, these guys, when Hella sends tonight from Hellertown, PA, they are top notch.
Oh, I appreciate that. And if anybody's looking for anything production-wise, our bass player, Jesse Joseph, find him on our page, find him on Facebook. He's looking for projects to do. So if you like our sound, or if you want to have something along those lines, like he's looking to literally record people for free because he wants to build his portfolio up.
Yeah, he's the man to talk to.
So if anybody's looking for any kind of project or anything, he's looking for projects.
Yep.
Like reach out to him.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to promote a service that wasn't out there. But with as good as your bassist is with recording and recording sessions, guys, listen to the audio, listen to the music from these guys, listen to how high quality the recording is. That's their bassist. He's looking for people to record. Reach out to this band, and they'll put you in touch with the right people.
We'll hook you up, bud.
All right, I guess we'll close this out. Do you guys have any last thing you want to say?
Actually, I got a swag bag for you.
What?
Oh,
I got a swag bag.
Swag bag.
So, I figured, I mean, you're nice enough to bring us in and do the interview and stuff like that. So I brought some merch for you.
Wow.
So
thank you again for having us. This was awesome.
This is fun. I actually enjoyed it.
So I got you one of our open cut tanks.
Cool.
That's with the deep cut.
Wow.
Got you a pair of shorts.
Hey, that's cool.
I'll let you rip them.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Do not wear underwear, and then with those shorts, your balls will thank you.
Oh, dude, these things they're so nice and light. These are free ball shorts.
You won't want to wear
Guys
underwear
gotta
with them.
see,
I'm telling you.
You have to see these shirts. Look at this. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Real nice.
That has our.
This feels really comfortable too.
The logo for our EP design on that.
I wear those things out.
This is the same shirt you're wearing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
As you can see, he wears them out.
Yeah, I have 3 of them myself that I just wear to death.
When Hell Ascends Tonight.
I got you a pair of mesh shorts.
Yep.
Wow. Really cool. Yeah, I'll open these up because I want these are all for sale, right, on your website?
Yep. So we have a big cartel.
Link to on our Facebook page.
Yeah, the link is to our Facebook page. It's whenhellascendstonight.bigcartel.com.
Yeah, these look comfortable.
Um,
How do you know I like wearing shorts?
Who doesn't?
I wear shorts almost every day.
Oh my gosh,
even
yeah.
dead
Then again,
women.
My wife hates it.
Here wearing pants.
It's hard. My wife fights to get me in pants. I mean, I wear pants when I have to, but I'm a shorts guy.
You're a shorts all year round guy?
Oh yeah.
Got you a mask.
Oh, that's freaking awesome,
It's
man.
one of the Gator ones.
Yep. These are our newest addition to our merch lineup.
Nice. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open this one.
Yeah, I got a heat sealer.
Ooh,
a heat press sealer at home, so.
Gotta watch out for these metal guys.
I was a Boy Scout, so I'm always prepared.
Thank you, sir. This is exciting. I'm showing you guys this because these guys are selling this stuff on their website. Really cool stuff. You know, I'm glad. Oh, okay. This is one of those things that goes on your head.
Yep, you can wear it around your neck, you
man.
can wear it on
So
your head, you can wear it as an
that's
armband, wherever you want.
I've been wanting to get one like this. I'm glad I held out. Because I was going to go on Amazon and get like a pack of them, but this one's way better because it's badass. When Hell Ascends Tonight's logo is on this. Really comfortable too. Man, I could have used this in the summertime.
And this is our original EP. That's just a three track EP that we did.
Sweet.
Now that has those songs we actually re-recorded and did on the album, and we did some changes to the songs. So if you're thinking you're getting the same exact song that you got on the EP, you're not.
No, quality is a little different
definitely.
too.
The songs have changed a bit, and we don't have physicals of the full album right now. We're looking into getting those.
This is pro. Like, who did all this work? Did you guys?
We did Disc Makers.
Wow.
They're down in East Brunswick, New Jersey.
Nice.
Actually, most of our stuff, like we try to stay local. Disc Makers, we did our CDs.
LVI.
LVAC.
LVAC.
So Lehigh Valley Apparel Creations does our shirts. They did our masks. They did our shorts. They're awesome guys down there.
Yeah, they are
Chris
And then-
Reject is awesome. He'll take care of anybody down there.
Make sure you after this video, make sure you leave me links to all these people because I'm gonna go like their page and I'm gonna tag them in this video.
We do have a lot of people to thank, actually.
That's fine with me. I you know what? Because just like you guys, I love supporting local, and I'm reaching out to all types of local businesses because this is definitely a community thing. And as far as you guys, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing because you're going to be way more than local.
Thank you. Yeah.
Your music is top notch. Your productions are top notch. Like everything is quality.
And I got one more thing for you here.
It doesn't end, man.
The One Hell Sense Tonight shot.
Also fresh off the presses.
Man, you're the freaking best. You know how much I needed a shot glass?
No. Now you got it.
I needed one. I don't know what happened to all my shot glasses, but every now and then I want a shot. Look at this. When Hell Ascends Tonight shot glass. This is serious stuff, guys.
If you're ever day drinking, this is what you need to do it with.
Check out their page, check out their music, of course. But then while you're there, check out their website with their apparel because this stuff is all high quality. Now, I don't know about you, I don't like to buy junk.
Yeah.
I like to buy stuff that's not going to fall apart and that's comfortable.
And that's where going into it, when we first started doing merch, like obviously we needed to get a start somewhere. So like our first run of shirts, we actually heat pressed ourselves.
Yep.
And I mean, it was middle of December in my apartment. We had 2 heat presses going that we ordered in the vinyls ourselves, and we were pressing them all. It was like, what, 100 degrees in the middle of December?
We showed up, it started at 6 o'clock. We were done
6
at
hours.
6 o'clock, we were done at midnight.
Yeah, 5 people doing it.
And it got hot. It got really hot in there. And this is dead of January. Cold as hell outside. We just open the windows. We're dying in there.
The only reason why I'm laughing is because this reminds me of when I started one of my first websites, scripturejournal.net, and my one friend was an artist, and she still is an artist. She drew the logo for the website, and then we got the vinyl iron-ons, and we did it just that way when we made our t-shirts.
And that's sometimes that's how you have to start. It's really not super expensive to do them that way.
No,
you can honestly go and just get some cheapo shirts. It's a good way to start, to at least have your name on something that somebody tangible they can buy. So if you don't have an album out yet, if you don't have a CD to hand or a shot glass or a mask, get yourself some shirts. You can get those shirts generally for like $3 a pop. And then you can go and get your heat presses, which if you're only doing one panel, might only cost you like $1.50, $2 a pop if you buy enough of them.
And always put text on the back of your shirt.
Always put something.
Because and the reason why I say this is so important. In every shirt that I design, I always put some kind of text, whether it be the logo and the website URL. The reason why is because I don't know, some people, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like me where I don't always look at your shirt because I'm worried you might think I'm staring at you or something. But
I never thought about that.
As you're walking past me, I'll read the back of your shirt, like see what it's saying. Like, oh, like www. Maybe whatever band or whatever business. Back of the shirt, very important.
Well, that was when everything we've done shirt-wise, minus the long sleeves, which we don't have anymore. We had
reprint might be coming soon, a different color.
Yeah, we really like that design. It sold well, and we would like to do them again. So, Chris, if you're listening, we'll be in contact about getting more shirts. But
and you're like, damn it, we got to put something on the back of the shirt now.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Even if it's like even if it just says "When Hell Ascends Tonight" and then your URL, whatever, something like that.
Well, our first shirts, like I said,
people are reading the back of your shirts.
Yeah, the ones, the first ones that we pressed up, we had something here, we had something here, we had something here, and we had something on the back. So whichever angle you looked at it, you saw something that connected that shirt to our band.
Nice.
And like I said, that's how we started up to get the money to buy our next run of shirts, which we went to Chris at LVAC to print, and that one had front and back. And then from there, that just ended up cycling and funding the next project. So we've been fortunate enough that we really haven't had to pay out other than really the first time.
Batch of merch.
Yeah, the first batch of merch, and then the first time when we recorded the EP way back when. Yeah. Because everything else, pretty much merch wise has funded itself. So it's just a matter of getting that start.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's also trial and error. You find out like different ways to do it, what different designs, and what people actually want to buy different times of the year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you have to take into consideration if you're going into the fall, you want something long sleeve. You're not going to push your shorts in the fall.
Unless you're me. I wear shorts and short
Oh, me
sleeve
too.
shirts
Yeah.
all year long.
Oh yeah.
Yep. To me, it makes sense. Apparently, it's a very slim margin, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying I'm weird and there's not a lot of weird people like that.
I don't mean to say that. I'm with you. I'll wear shorts in the winter, just not this
You're
winter.
outnumbered right now, guy.
Yeah, all right. Man.
All right, well, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. Thank you for all these cool gifts. They're
Yeah,
definitely
no
going to be
problem,
put to
bud.
use. I have to try to keep this away from the kids. They'll probably try to steal it from me.
Awesome.
Cool. Take it to school. Show it to all your friends.
They better not. They better not try to steal this.
It goes great with Jägermeister.
Oh. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, pleasure.
Dane, Matt, When Hell Ascends Tonight.
Thank you.
Check them out. See you guys.